Hi, I'm Tim Gipson, and I'm going to talk to you about how to measure and cut crown molding. Now, when we're measuring for crown molding, we want to start in a corner such as this. And our first cut would go right from the wall. So we want to measure up here. We want to measure from the wall all the way to this corner. In this case, this is 44 1/4. And then I would measure in the next wall that I want to cut the other way. Now there's two things you can do. You can either do an inside corner or what we call a flush corner. If I'm doing the flush corner, then when I bring this other piece in, I'm actually going to cut the molding with the profile using a coping saw, or I can use a miter saw to cut 245s to join those together. And whichever way is easier for you is what you want to do. Now with longer spans such as this, when I take the measurement, what I want to do is I want to take that measurement and I want to add 1/8 of an inch to give myself a little bit of room to when we put that molding up that we can push it up in there. Now for shorter runs such as this, we can cut this pretty accurate. Now one thing to keep in mind when we're measuring this, we said that's 44. This is an outside corner, so that 44 1/4 is going to be to the inside corner of your molding. So you need to keep that in mind when you come over to your miter saw. And in this case, this is that outside corner. So as you can see, if we orientate this crown molding to that outside corner, then this edge right here is what we've measured to. So you need to keep that in mind. So in other words, this other one, again, you'd hold the molding against the fence and then you would cut that inside so that this would be your angle and that would be your measurement. Okay? So it's important when you're measuring and cutting for crown molding that on your long spans, add at least 1/8 of an inch so that you don't come up short on your molding. And then also you make sure that when you're cutting your molding that your marks are oriented to the right dimension for either outside or inside cuts. I'm Tim Gipson. That's how to measure and cut for crown molding.